as he then grinded against my leg. Welcome to the Toxic Tavern. This story is my character ended up being drugged. From D&D Horror Stories, Limp Equivalent 5915. I ended up joining the D&D campaign about a month ago, and my DM has always been weird and not too bad. He has DMing experience even though he doesn't seem to like it. He at least claims to. My character is always treated as a bit of a joke, laughing stock of the party, which I don't have issue with. My first ever character was pretty jokish. But where I do have a problem is when my character is specifically treated with unfairness that even goes straight up against D&D rule. I don't remember all the details since I was doing something with being in call for the session being a more background task of mine. This is how I remember the story going. My party and I were in a guild building, the one we had planned on joining, but before any real discussions were made, one of my DM's most iconic DMPCs walked in and immediately approached my party. The DMPC was a level 20 goblin named Scrubblesack. Pronounced Scrubblesack. Also, I don't know how to spell. And he had some history with my character since they had fought before. He had won by shooting and killing my character. That's a different story. Scrubblesack had walked in, approached the party, and called me his favorite party member, as he then grinded against my leg. Now this already made me uncomfortable, that he did this when I was the youngest party member, but we continued. I tried to cast Hold Person on him so I could leave, but the DM said, and I quote, "He throws up his hands and he puts up an anti-magic field," so I couldn't do anything. My party members then jokingly said 2 silver for 10 minutes with him, and Scrubblesack proceeded to hand them a bag of 100 gold. That's roughly 3.5 days with my character, he said. After everyone done laughing at this, I tried to say something about wanting to fight Scrubblesack. I was pretty confident in myself since the last time I fought him I was level 3. Now I was level 15. But before I got to say that, the DM brought up something that doesn't even work in D&D. He said my character was drugged for 3.5 days straight, so he didn't know what happened, doesn't remember what happened, or anything happened at all. My character was a paladin, and paladins have immunity to disease and other ailments, so I would be completely impossible for my character to be drugged. However, he just was. And also, even if I could be drugged, my lay on hands would instantly cure that. But no, he was just drugged and never got to fight back. So all my character knows is that he was in a guild building, then suddenly time had passed and he was put in a wheelchair. Yes, my character was actually put in the wheelchair from all the sex. I thought this was a joke, but the DM didn't seem to be joking and even described my character to be rolling and not running or walking. Side note, we fought a Cyclops in that session and he literally cheated. The Cyclops was under the effect of a Whole Person and blindness, but the DM described him taking a legendary action and just shaking it all off, as all the conditions that were on him. That is not an ability that any creature can do. Legendary resistance, I suppose. I told my story to my brother, who is the one who got me into D&D, and he strongly advised me to leave this campaign. On his word, I did so, and I felt that posting this story on here because it's just ridiculous. After reading some replies, I've been told to add some ages. I am 13, while everyone else in the campaign was adults. I'm pretty sure the DM was in his 20s. Hope this adds some perspective to this. Oh yes.